Welcome to the Luton Ladies Lowdown. I'm Matt, and with me is my co-host, Ollie. How are you doing today, Ollie?
I'm doing all right. I'm quite a late sub here, you know. I wasn't expecting to do this show as well, but here I am, and I'm
Yeah,
I'm delighted to be on board, mate.
of course. Yeah, no, you are. Unfortunately, as alluded to there's been a bit of an update of the roster. Social media assistant Owen, unfortunately, is no longer going to be a part of the pod. We do wish him well in all of his future ventures, and obviously carrying on with his role with the Luton Town Ladies. And I believe he's also going to be contributing some writing to uh, various social medias as he goes along. So yeah, good luck to him.
Good luck, Owen.
But let's look back at the last two games against Royston Town Ladies and Stevenage, our first home win of the season, and any other news around the ladies team. But before we do that, let's give a quick thank you to our sponsors, Blackstar and Carry On. They are our audio partners. They give us these microphones to make us sound great, and these absolutely stunning headphones so we can listen to ourselves like we like doing. Also, a special thank you to the Record Shop over in Amersham as the pod sponsor. They're absolutely fantastic. If you like music, if you like instruments, make sure you head over there. They've got absolutely tons of advice to give, tons of instruments that you can play along with. So yeah, thank you very much to them, as always. Okay, so first game, a bit of a controversial one, I believe. It was against Royston Town Ladies. It didn't have a very good rap based on the commentary that I was getting from Owen on that one.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's not the way you want to start off your season with a loss. Look, everyone at the ladies team, Miles, Faddy, Mark Wareham, the chairman, they were all really optimistic about the next season, weren't they? Like, we were at the end of season awards, and everyone was like, yeah, next season is the season. We're going to push. We're going to do this. And there was so much optimism, especially because Real Bedford had been promoted. So they were sort of the big money team in the division. And now there's space for Luton Town Ladies to grow. So it's kind of not the ideal start, losing 3-2. And essentially, I've also heard from various sources at the club that the referee was an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't believe it's the first time that Luton have actually been under this referee. And again, in that previous fixture, apparently the official was not the greatest official. There were handballs given the wrong way. There were penalties that were given that shouldn't have been penalties. I believe even the last goal was actually due to a throw-in being given incorrectly to the Royston Ladies and them running down the wing, scoring the goal, which obviously is going to be an incredibly frustrating situation for the ladies. But we do have to obviously say we did get two goals. One was scored by absolute sensation, teen sensation, Gab Spillman, and also by Sandeep Attack. So great, at least, obviously, getting some goals on the board in the first game, but it's just a bit of a shame that it was stolen away, shall we say, in the dying moments.
It happens. Look, you've got to control the controllables, and essentially you can't rely on officials at any level, whether it's Premier League or Eastern Region League. You've got to always make sure that you control the game, score the goals, and you put it out of doubt. You essentially need to put games to bed. And, it's a good start scoring two goals, but fortunately they did get a win against Stevenage. And
they did.
Yeah, that is important, right?
Yeah, for sure. I was lucky enough to be at that game. It was a great game to be at. We saw some incredible performances from the new signings. For example, obviously, Liz Mulvaney, she won Player of the Match in that game.
You said she was miles offside.
No. Sorry, that was
that
Chloe
was
Martin.
That the goal?
Okay, goal scorer. Goal scorer, Chloe Martin. In my personal opinion, I do believe she was offside,
Were
but
you in line? Were you in line with it though?
I wasn't in line with it. So yeah,
Then it
exactly.
wasn't offside. It wasn't offside.
This is it. The officials called the game, so no offside was given. It was a fantastic strike by her. She really took the ball well. She was able to kind of find that space, not just at that point, but throughout the game. She was able to find that space down that right wing, and she also tracked back really well. So it's really good to see. There was also a last-minute opportunity by Tash Fensom, one of the other new signings, and it was the whole crowd were on the edge of their seats, basically, because that unfortunately didn't go in. It was just slightly to the wide on the right. But yeah, it was some incredible performances from some of the new signings, and obviously also performances from the team that are also part of Luton already.
That's great to hear, to be honest. I know that there's been quite a weird sort of transfer movement, hasn't there? And there are a lot of new faces to bed in. For instance, the way I've had it described to me is Luton have sort of picked up the players from Real Bedford, right? Like we've got so many new
I believe
Real
we're
Bedford signings.
Potentially up to 5 or 6 new signings.
That's mad.
Which is
mad.
Incredible to see.
Yeah.
And obviously it's great because obviously they were high pedigree in the league last season as well. So we've now got them, and hopefully we'll be able to just continue the journey with them as they did last season to win the league.
Yeah, it's important as well because like their goalkeeper, Sarah Hudson, who's now obviously our goalkeeper, like it's big gloves to fill with Amy Butler retiring. But I think Sarah Hudson can be the one. It's a shame for the youth that was sort of lining up. I can't quite remember who it was.
Leah.
But we were talking at the end of season awards, and I don't know, it sort of felt a bit hard done by that they've brought in talent rather than recruited from within. Yeah,
that was, I believe, Leah Robinson that we had the chat with last season.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she was a great young talent. She was on the pitch at the Kenilworth Road, if you remember, which was an incredible thing. So I do wonder if they're potentially working to move her up into the first team. She is still quite young, I believe, kind of maybe 16, 17. So it may just be a case of a couple of years. They just need a bit more of experience at this point. And obviously, I think Sarah Hudson won the Golden Glove last season.
It's like sort of a no-brainer then, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately for that. But it's nice to know at least that we do have someone that is able to back that up as well. So we'll see what happens there. So that does put Luton in 7th place. That's ahead of their upcoming fixture on Sunday, which is against Wroxham away. So obviously, if you want to make that journey over to North London, you can do. I believe the kickoff time is the usual 2:00. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll post details out on our socials for that. Let's talk about other news. Let's talk about any other injuries or any other signings that have come in.
So I'd like to raise awareness for the Andy Dickens fundraiser. So Andy Dickens, she ruptured her ACL. It was a really unfortunate incident. Last season, Dunstable away, planted her foot in the ground, and she's doing a GoFundMe to raise funds for to repair her ACL. And she needs the surgery if she wants to get back into football. Unfortunately, it seems she's on the NHS waiting list and she could be waiting for ages. And these are like real critical moments for her in her football journey. So we posted out on our socials the GoFundMe for Andy Dickinson. If you can donate, please do. It's all right. I'll put it in the comment section of this video, I think, Matt.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good to see her at the Stevenage game. She was in very good spirits. She was, consoling other team members. She was helping other team members out during the training, giving advice. So it's clear to see that she obviously wants to get back into this as soon as she's able. So yeah, best of luck to her for that.
So what other new signings are we cooking with, Matt?
Other new signings we've got. So I believe the latest one is obviously Liz Mulvaney, who won the Player of the Match last game, which is an incredible feat. I believe since we did the last podcast, also Chloe Martin is a new signing. So again, she's come in. She's another Real Bedford
Another
midfielder.
one.
Another one. She had a really good season last season with Real Bedford. She had 26 appearances, 10 goals, 5 assists. So again, another player of good pedigree. And as I saw at the weekend, she scored a fantastic goal. So that's all that I know of. Any of you know of?
Yes. So I've been told that unfortunately it didn't work out for Jess Mackay, last season's top goal scorer and Luton Town Ladies captain. And there is a possibility, well, a very real possibility, that she could be announced pretty much by the time this pod is released.
Wow.
And that would be a hell of a homecoming, wouldn't it?
It would. Yeah, I mean, she was such an inspiration at the club. She'd been there for, I think it was 15 years, come up all through the youth projects and everything. She's a big part of Luton Town Ladies. So yeah, I think it would be a welcome return.
It's wonderful, especially she was another one that we were chatting to at the end of season awards. We were asking, well, how many are you going to get next year, Liz? How many? Oh, Liz, Jess. How many are you going to get, Jess? How many? And essentially she said, oh, well, I'm aiming for 20, 25. And we're like, well, you should go for 30. But hopefully she's missed the first 2 games, but hopefully she can pick up some slack now. And it's just a shame about who potentially will miss out. That's the issue now.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. Obviously, if it is announced, I guess we'll see if she's going to be featuring in the Wroxham fixture. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that one. Unfortunately, we'll see what happens, and then it'll be back home at Luton, and I'll be heading over to that. And that's. Yeah. Oh no! Wait, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I've been lying this entire time.
It's Haringey Borough.
It's Haringey.
It's away at Haringey and then at home to Wroxham.
I'm an absolute liar. I apologise, everyone. Haringey, North London. Go see them if you're able to. Wroxham, come see myself and whoever's able to make it to that one.
I'll try and come down for that one as well.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. So to cover that off. Haringey Borough FC Women versus Luton Town down at Haringey Borough Football Club. That's on Sunday the 1st of September, 2 o'clock kickoff. So if you're able to make that, go along, show your support for the ladies. It's just a short train journey down.
It's right by Tottenham Hotspur's Stadium. I think you're doing the Lord's work, giving these fixtures out, because the FA.com website is absolute.
It is
trash. It's awful to navigate. So fair play, Matt.
It is awful, and if I'm not mistaken, it's also incredibly hard to find anything at all about the Luton Town Ladies on the actual Luton Town website. I believe it says.
What do you mean hard? What do you mean hard? There's nothing there.
No results found.
Although I did notice that Luton Town tweeted out a picture congratulating the ladies on their first win, and they hadn't actually even got the original photo. They'd literally taken Duncan Jack's photo. So you could still see his watermark, like the DUN in the corner, because they'd cropped it to sort of a 9:16 ratio. It's quite unfortunate. And look, it's something that I would love to see, more cohesion between the men's and the ladies team. It has to happen. There has to be a dialogue. I know some of the directors go down there. I know Dave Wilkinson's been down there. It just has to happen. And hopefully we get more insight regarding the potential collaboration from Mark Wareham.
And you'd also kind of hope that now that Luton men are in the Championship, it's not quite as precious about the pitch. Because I feel like last season, when we were in the Premiership...
No, they'll always be precious about the pitch. Okay. I think there might be one maybe 2 games if we're lucky, but I think it's just 1 game towards the end of the season. To be honest, don't besmirch like what Barton Rovers do for Luton Town Ladies.
I was there with my dad, and
Yeah.
he was saying the pitch is incredible, the stadium's incredible. When he was younger, he used to play over there, so yeah, he was very impressed. I wasn't impressed because I'm always impressed, so it was what I'm used to. But yeah, that was his first time going. He said he was impressed with not only the ground, but he was also really impressed with the quality of Luton. So there you go. You got another convert.
Yeah, well, I was very impressed when I watched my first Luton Town Ladies game. I didn't know what I was getting myself in for, but to be honest, I was really impressed by the quality of the football on display. And I implore people to go and watch some Luton Town Ladies football, because it is very surprising how good the quality is. But I think we should wrap this up, shouldn't we, Matt?
Yes, we should. That is everything from the Luton Ladies Lowdown. Obviously, as we said, I'll say it one more time, Haringey is the next game. That's on Sunday at 2 p.m. You can go to see that. But a big thank you again to our audio partners, Black Star and Carry On, for making us sound great. And a massive thank you to the sponsor of the podcast, Amersham Record Shop. Please get over there if you can. It's a fantastic place to be. People who are really passionate about music, so you'll love it in there. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Come on, you hatters.